Your home has just been heisted!
Gorgeous family, but they seem to be totally defeated.
You can imagine two little mole people sitting in here.
Reuse, recycle, reinvent, and refurbish.
Who's living here? Fred and Wilma Flintstone.
That's awesome.
British designers Colin McAllister and Justin Ryan have been scouring the streets for the world's worst decorating disasters.
This is it.
And they're prepared to risk life and limb in the name of good taste.
Is it long?
Stop, look, the beaver man's here.
Or the window cleaner?
Could we use your ladder? Are you over?
Time for the masters of the dignified entrance
Could you just let me in?
to pull off another home heist.
Justin!
Put the lights on.
Maybe it's daylight outside.
Have we walked into a cave or a house? Cave, house, cave, house, house, cave.
Look! Rod Stewart, some wrinkly old rocker.
And what's going on with this bizarre configuration of shelving out the side of that chimney breast?
Look at these planks as well. It's just hideous. Get some bad taste.
Hold on, I'm
Grab
taking
something.
this.
Grab the old rocker. Now, if you go down to the zoo today, you're sure of a big surprise, because Colin and Justin are lying in wait with some bad taste right in front of your eyes. Now, listen, how old a person do you reckon owns this?
90.
90? Did you say this was well and truly off its rocker?
Totally.
Yeah.
Pretty nasty, huh?
Is that more of a shocker than a rocker?
It is a shocker, all right.
Well, let's take this shocker away. Thanks, darling.
Listen, enjoy your day.
Morning, everybody.
What do you think of this vase?
Now, we have done some major heisting in our past. This is a cracker.
There's some special transport arranged. Look, Cheryl's here already. Hi, morning.
We have never heisted with a heffalump before.
Today's cave-dwelling owners are Paul and Lisa, who think they're off to the zoo on a family day out, little suspecting that their furniture's got there first.
Try getting Debbie Travis to do this.
Whoa, look at that.
Hey, what? That's my furniture. That's all the good stuff. Paul and Lisa!
We're Colin and Justin.
And your home has just been heisted!
Morning, guys. Hi, little fella.
Good news, darling. Your chair has been eaten by beasts.
Literally. If you think that this is animalistic savagery, just wait until we've started with your house. You're definitely being heisted. You're definitely being made over. It's about to go seriously jungle-tastic glamorous.
My name's Lisa. I'm married to Paul. We have 3 children, Sam, Jack, and Julia. We're kind of great, but our house isn't really great. Our house is pretty awful.
Our house has character. Character is important in a home because then the kids
The
can
house
learn.
is gross, and you're cheap, and you refuse to fix anything or make it better. We used to live in this area, and then I thought it would be a great idea to move up to the country, and it took me about maybe 3 years to admit that it was a total wrong move. But then I admitted it, and then we managed to move back here.
When we first bought the house, we had great ideas of what we were going to do to this. Lisa told me it wouldn't cost anything
It
more.
wasn't bad.
It was a whole lot
wasn't.
more.
If you were handy, you could have done some of it yourself. We've taken no time and no money to fix it up.
We're better off putting our money to other uses.
I have never agreed on that. We need to have some fun.
Fun's overrated.
Oh, you know what? The last time I saw that many doors, I think I was watching Alice in Wonderland. But there's nothing wondrous about this.
It almost feels like being underground. You could imagine two little mole people sitting in here with their little all-night glasses on, scanning the world.
We
to
use
see
the
if
night
there's
vision
anything.
goggles every now and then.
Well, you'd need
Exactly.
them in here. It just doesn't feel like you've played any time to pull it together.
Though at the same time, You know what I'm thinking? Maybe the darkness is a positive thing. Because you can't see that hideous sofa.
If I had to choose who decorated this room by looking at the outfits, I'd definitely point the accusatory finger at you, sir.
She dressed me, Phil.
Yeah, for a laugh.
The nice thing is, though, is the fact that obviously the family are really important to you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, so this obviously is your idea of a family-friendly space.
Huh?
Yes?
Yeah, we just haven't got to the friendly part yet.
Let's take you
After you.
downstairs.
Hi, hellish basement.
This is
all
where the
you need-
kids play.
Watch your heads.
This is where the kids come to be punished for the look of it.
Oh,
If I was a child and I got sent here, I'd feel I'd done something horribly wrong.
what a fun room.
I love this room. It's so relaxing. I'm going to stand here and watch TV for hours.
We're supposed to have a couch in here, and we didn't realize that the TV wouldn't quite work. So this is as far as we got.
This is so dark as well.
If you think about little kids needing to have stimulation from colour, from the stuff that's in the room, I'm just concerned. And I mean that in a caring way.
Maybe they like
Thank you.
blue. We could ask them. Maybe they like blue.
Oh, I mean, in terms of stimulation.
This kid just flatlined. Right, chaps, without further ado, let's look at the evidence of your brighter attic bedroom.
Like,
lots of,
God, is it dull.
Oh, it's so gloomy.
How can something be so bright, be so dull?
It's got the mirrors.
The mirrors. They are
red
so
light.
1980s bachelor pad. Unbelievable.
It's just awkward because we have, see the chimney there, so the bed's kind of awkward.
And you can't put a headboard there.
We had the
so
bed
it
against
just
the wall,
doesn't
but I
work.
kept hitting my head, and so we moved it over. And
No. My darling mum. I'm a mummy's boy as well, but I wouldn't have a picture of my mum in her
See?
bedroom.
okay, that can
Told
go.
you.
That's
That
weird,
can go.
love.
Right, come on, Norman Bates and his lovely wife. Join us out here because there's news, darling.
And the news is good.
Because we are here and we are about to rescue you from yourselves.
So can we have your keys, please?
Yes,
Like,
dear.
we don't have all day.
I love that. See the willing one? Get them, get them.
Oh, I learned a long time ago.
Ah.
Say yes, dear.
Fantastic.
Who knew that such an innocuous bunch of keys was the only barrier to a world of decorating hell that lies beyond?
Fantastic. Darlings, prepare to lighten up.
Yes.
We're going to
Thank
go
you.
form a grand plan.
Right.
Another house
you later.
about to be beautified. Scary.
Uh-oh,
That's good.
I'm scared.
It's good.
It needs radical design surgery.
Dark,
In we go.
baby, dark.
Quickly, Colin, pedal to the metal.
Hold on, baby.
Chop, chop.
As the family soak up the great outdoors on the beach near their house, Colin and Justin prepare for a long night in the design studio.
Do you know, Justin, Lisa and Paul, gorgeous couple, gorgeous family, but they seem to be totally defeated by their home at the moment.
The main problem for me with those guys is that everything's done on impulse. There's no thought given to anything.
Now, they recently moved from the country into the city, and they loved being in the country.
So surely the easiest way to go around all of that then is to give them country style in the city. Nothing says more about country style living than beautifully panelled walls, elegantly covered slip chairs, and a really casual approach to all the accessories. Combining all of those things is going to give them a brilliant home. So I guess let's kick it off in the living room, dining room. We're not making any alterations to layout. The only things that we're doing are taking away some of the cabinetry either side of the chimney breast, okay, to open the space up. And then we're adding a rail, okay, about 2/3 of the way up the wall, and then panelling below that all the way around the room.
Anyways, we could paint this white below.
Maybe a blue tone for the wall.
And the fireplace,
Okay.
you know, it's not the ugliest fireplace in the world, but I think we should do something about it.
Okay, I reckon we can change the brick finish inside to tiles, probably a nice graphite grey, just to give it a bit of extra visual depth.
Okay, furniture. We just... Hello, this is not going to win any beauty prizes, is it?
Well, you see, I don't see junk furniture there. I see potential. I think this would look good if it were pickled. It's a paint technique that breaks the grain and then allows a whole patina to develop that makes the furniture take on an entirely new identity. I see an old sofa slip-covered in lovely white country-inspired linen, and I know white probably sounds a bit bonkers for a family home, but these can be made to be removable covers that can be easily whipped into the washing machine.
and then we can add some colour through some throw pillows, tie that onto the wall colour. It'll all look fabulous. Okay, Lisa and Paul's master suite, as it's now known. As soon as you walk upstairs, you know, there's that tiny little wall getting in the way. I say we actually knock that out so we keep a really clear eye line from the stairs right through to the bedroom, and the floor space is going to be a lot more flexible.
One other problem that scars this room is a chimney breast, but no fireplace. Problem solve an irregularly shaped wall by building it out all the way across. Now, doing that gives us a large unbroken wall upon which we can dress the bed. We've now got the space in the room as well to float a chair.
Let's go Moorish in there. You know, Moroccan, spicy, exciting, but still very, very elegant.
How about this as an elegant starting point upon which we can move forward in a magic style into a dimension of Tangier's paradise? I want to think about all the woodwork detailing in there, because if we've got cream walls, I'd really like to paint the woodwork to create a faux timber finish.
I think we should give some thought as well, though, to the mirrored wardrobe doors, because there's no place in Morocco for those.
I think another big thing, which will add loads and loads of country charm to this look, is a really dramatic painted timber bed.
I mean, you could then dress the bed with tones of this, maybe even get some chocolate onto that too, and then I suppose the rest of the look would come together from the accessories. I think to get away from that kind of boxy basement kind of feeling downstairs in the playroom, no fun playroom, let's take out this partition wall, which will give us a big flexible opening so we can actually get, controversial statement coming up, a sofa into that space.
And this strikes me as the perfect place to site some cabinetry and then sink that huge big television into the space.
Why don't we go for a black and white scheme, because it's unaffected by how much daylight it gets?
I remember seeing a really beautiful wallpaper that was almost like brickwork. Now, it was in really gorgeous grey and slate tones, really linear.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a serious pattern, not some comedy cave.
No.
Radical thinking. Let's buy them a sofa, but one with slip covers so it can remain gorgeous into the foreseeable future.
And let's add lots of brightly coloured accessories to really pop the whole scheme to life.
Fantastic. All we have to do is surprise the team at breakfast tomorrow
morning. Another day, another fabulous home heist challenge.
Aha! Morning,
Morning.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're meeting our lovely family here. Morning.
Today we're all about, listen to this, quadruple R. Reuse, refurbish, reinvent, and reinterpret, okay? Which
How about
means...
shopping, new, nice?
How about greedy gannets? How about greedy gannets?
Ungrateful.
Pointing my finger at the lady in the corner.
Right, team, are we ready to transform Paul's house?
At least the crew have the right attitude. They're tooling up to convert this city molehole into a country mansion in just 6 days.
Brian, don't grumble, please, because this is really easy. Cast your eyes to the ceiling. No change apart from paint.
Beautiful.
Good news. It stays.
It stays.
Bad news. Cast your eyes to the walls. Paneling to 4 feet high all the way around.
Yeah.
Don't sit there with a face like a Rottweiler looking wee off a nettle.
Sometimes it's environmental. It's actually the box that you put things in that makes a difference.
Jack, I'll give you your worst love.
Hey! That's the one thing I paid for in this house.
It's a really large, intrusive piece, okay? We need to free up the island, and therein lies the reason we're doing it all. What are you saying, honey?
She doesn't want them to do that.
Can I promise you that what we're going to do is going to be so fantastic that you'll love it even more? All right.
We're going to reuse all of the furniture downstairs.
Watch that chair. We're reusing that.
Careful. We're reusing it. It has fleas.
Has character.
We'll deflate it.
We'll get some loose covers made for the sofa.
If something's not broken, why fix it? Don't you have an eye on the environment? Aren't you thinking of your children's future?
Absolutely.
It's their world too.
Kids lounge in the basement, okay. I'd quite like to try and take out that stud partition wall.
Do it for the children. We want them
We're
to have
doing
a
it for
lovely
the
place.
children.
It's all about the children.
Let's make it look more like a fun, funky, kid-friendly basement.
Why don't we get Sam over on the water pump over there?
Hello,
and you're gonna
Sammy.
get
You do the
soak
sprayer?
the ceiling.
The first step in the basement is a harmless water spray to soften up the ceiling plaster and hose down the crew.
Boys,
I can only apologize. I'm sorry,
The
guys.
basement.
It's the playroom.
Okay, see how I do it? Just like that.
Black and white is the colour scheme in there.
Ready?
The water spray's done the job, and stripping the plaster has become a mum versus dad competition.
Louder for me. Your daddy's cheating. He's taller.
Now listen, guys, we have analysed your home from top to bottom. We've spotted two main areas of concern, two designer crimes. And the first one is that you guys are ignoring your potential in there, OK? You've been defeated by your furniture. You've moved in and done everything very, very quickly. And with that in mind, we need you to remember the 4 R's, OK? Reuse, reinvent, refurbish, and re-identify, OK? All of those R's will help your home become more fabulous.
Exactly. Crime number 2 is that you guys are moles and you're living in a hole. You know, your house is so dark. We are going to get you to embrace the magical world of lighting.
I could throw away my night vision goggles.
Ah,
Exactly.
In the meantime, however, you know the stage of the programme that we're at now. It's time to change your wardrobe because you, my lovelies, are guilty of quick fix, fast flop.
Oh.
But we are going to change all of that. No more
Perfect.
flopping.
None.
No more.
None. Even matches her high heels. She wore high heels to be tall today, too.
Exactly,
so-
darling.
I am tall.
Feel
She
free
is
to
tall.
I'm
customize it.
5'7".
Yeah, whatever.
Subtract 5 inches.
5'7", my bottom.
Subtract 5
How can you
inches.
possibly be 5'7"? I'm 6'1", and you're about a foot shorter than I
You
am.
guys are all so tall that you don't quite realize that I'm 5'7".
Oh, 5'7" emotionally.
I like that.
I've got you.
I see you.
Okay, no
Go.
more quick.
The future starts here. What a really lovely couple. They're going to be really good fun. Clearly, they have bags and bags of animation and personality.
Actually, you know what? It's a really cosy family house. The furniture there is great. You know, it's got really good bones, and I think that is our task here, is to flesh out the skeleton and create a beautiful new body of a home.
We always say, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And they're lucky enough to have a lot of furniture that a lot of people would really love to have. We're just going to show them how to make the best of it.
It's day 2 of Paul and Lisa's home heist, and ground zero for the Reno, with all the basic elements in place.
Well, we got a lot accomplished. Down in the basement, we managed to knock out the wall with the help of Justin. We've taken out the bookshelves, ripped up the carpet.
What we have to do first is we're going to drywall the brick wall over here. It's going to be wallpaper. And then over here, we're not touching this wall. Basically, what we're going to do is build wall-to-wall wall units.
Main floor, we've taken out more bookshelves and got the furniture out here to our strip club.
The guys want this old traditional paneling, so what we've done is we're building out the wall at the bottom at a 5-foot level, and we're drywalling it, and then there's panel strips that are going on here.
As the country style in the city design begins to take shape, Paul's happy to help with the drywalling, but Lisa is beginning to doubt the master plan.
We have a drywalled wall and then a second drywalled wall just to give us more.
No, it's traditional. That's all I can tell you.
And upstairs, removal of the bedroom partition wall raises even more questions.
Why did you think of this idea?
I don't get why it's coming out, though.
Well, it's just going to open up the space.
Yeah.
I still don't get it yet, though.
Trust me, you get used to not getting it.
It's probably time to distract Lisa from the domestic upheaval with a stripping lesson.
Okay, Lisa, we're going to put you to work out here, stripping the table. So it's a long, lengthy process, but the first thing we want to do is have you paint out the solution on the tabletop. Once that's had a little time to sit, let's say you've painted a quarter of the table here.
Okay.
Then you're going to take the scraper as it starts to bubble up,
Okay.
and you're going to run along with the grain, peeling it up like that, cleaning it all off.
Seems like an awful lot of work when we could spend the day shopping. Maybe it'll look nice, but I just can't see how because it's the same. It's just a little bit lighter. It's still going to look like molehill furniture.
Lisa's just not getting it. So Colin and Justin think it's about time she and Paul had a lesson in furniture resuscitation.
Do you know, guys, whether you like it or not, Colin and I reckon that you have ignored the potential of all your furniture, which means that nothing's being used properly.
Right, in you go, my lovelies. Now, we brought you to this furniture restoration specialist because we're going to explore the 4 R's, which, of course, are...
Oh, I've got my own.
What are they?
Repulsive,
No.
repugnant, regurgitate, and repellent.
Not quite the same
Not
4 hours
quite,
that we had planned,
no.
but clever nonetheless.
Exactly. We were thinking reuse, recycle, reinvent, and refurbish. I mean, come on, Lisa, now look. Come on, you have to be impressed by this. Look at these beautiful raw materials. You know, these have actually they've been taken out, you know, of the rubbish dumps of the world.
Because it's got divots in it. It's stained.
In your last place, you bought furniture from a dead woman. Surely, if there's a way of bringing it to life...
You know what? Don't think about that furniture as being dead.
Okay.
Think about it as being dormant.
OK, well, those pieces are first interpretation, still a bit battered, still looking too weather-worn. This is an example of what you can do when you lovingly restore something and bring back a whole new glamorous worth. I love that.
Have a look at this. You know the one you hated
No,
back
that's
there?
really nice.
Well, that's the same as the one you hated back there because it had dents.
How do you cope with her? How do you do
It's
it?
painful, but I manage.
If you needed final proof, let me read you what it says on the label. Antique pine bench with scrolled back, circa 1890. Price, $2,195. The same furniture, but rebranded. It's often not what you've got, but what you do with it that makes the biggest difference.
I know they plan on bringing back our dining room set to life, and I thought it had lots of life before, but apparently they think it can have more life in it even.
See, and I have to wait till the end because I can't picture it the way it was before to the way it's gonna be.
Day 3 of Colin and Justin's country style in the city, Reno, and all construction must be completed if the team's to stay on schedule.
We've just been sort of running around with our heads cut off. I feel like we should be, you know, finishing all the plastering, sanding, and getting onto painting. In the basement, the one wall that I really need to pay attention to is the one right here. What we want to do is try and make one huge media unit, and we want to put the TV in the middle here. Hopefully somebody will be able to start this piece this afternoon.
1, 2, go. Faster, faster.
Smile, guys.
Meanwhile, Paul, Lisa and the kids are taking their minds off their heisted home with a family portrait photo session at the nearby beach.
You're good to go.
Ah, my darlings, the leaves are on the ground, the sun is in the sky, and Colin and Justin have got a song in their hearts. Oh, look at this, dust everywhere. Morning.
Good morning, boys.
How are
Brian,
you?
Morning, Graham. What's this, Brian?
That's the build-out for your paneling detail. That's the build-out for your paneling detail.
Brian.
Yeah.
Graham.
I'll take... No, you
We've
can
got a
point
room
the camera
here.
at me. I'll take
Let
the
me just
heat.
see
I'll
this.
take
Let me
the
just
heat.
see. Let me just look at the
Sure,
evidence.
here.
We've got a room that's maybe 11 feet wide, pretty narrow room, 10 feet wide perhaps. You've taken a 4-inch depth there off a wall, and you've encroached on the door line here. You've done the same over on that side, and you're about to lay paneling on top of that.
We are indeed.
That's all wrong, Brian. You've taken a really narrow room, which we're trying to problem solve and make larger, or appear to be larger, and you've narrowed it.
Yeah, but we had talked about Friday about a drawing, and we never saw a drawing. We do have a reference photo.
Yeah.
And you can see how that is built out.
I actually said, why don't we just take a sheet of MDF or a sheet of timber, cut the openings in it, and then apply it onto the existing wall?
You've got waste. Now, this seems irresponsible, but we have a family at heart here.
Look, Graham, you take that out, you stick it on the wall, then you put a shelf on the top,
we've done.
and the job's a good one. Then
The whole thing
on
has got to
that
come down.
wall,
We
then
have to
it's
put the
just
floor
madness.
space back to normal.
That is madness. That is
Insane.
madness.
Bonkers.
That
Graham,
there.
look at this. It's insane.
Is this 2 days we're going to waste talking about
Rob,
it?
can I get
One
some
day
type
to
of
build the
some type of
abomination
thing?
and another day to talk about it. Can we just get rid of it and move on?
Today, we were due to take our lovely Paul and Lisa into that house and say, didn't we collectively do well? I ain't taking them in there. I ain't showing them how their small house just got smaller.
We've had to change the plans a wee bit.
And Graham's going to explain why.
Yeah.
Graham?
We had a bit of a communication problem between the 3 of us, right?
No, we didn't have a communication
Yes, we did.
problem. No, we didn't.
Yeah, no, we did actually.
built
No, we did.
incorrectly.
Yeah, we did. We communicated. He didn't listen.
No, because there was a communication. I'm not going to take the heat
Well,
off.
you have to take the heat,
Let's
Graham,
all
because
do
you-
it.
Graham,
You have to take the heat.
Graham, remember, we've got guests.
Don't worry.
What'd you do?
There's nothing to worry about.
Bad
There's
stuff.
nothing to worry about except for these 2 guys. So can you guys go buy a coffee? On me. Just don't worry. Trust me. Here, there's another 50 bucks.
Thanks.
Now, please don't worry about it. It's under control. Just a little argument going on here.
Still a mole hole?
Okay, no, we'll take care of it. These guys are impossible to argue with, you know what I mean?
Moving on from the panelling crisis to pickling furniture. A professional team is carrying on Lisa's good groundwork, but will it meet the boys' strict standards?
Morning, all.
Hello.
How are we?
Very good. Pickling away.
Oh, I mean, that's not pickled yet, is it?
Not yet, no. Just on the way.
Now, meanwhile, this is exactly what we hoped it would be.
Excellent.
It's great, you know, I wanted to look that it was kind of weathered, it looked kind of like sun-baked.
Success at last. But back in the living room, there's another problem. Too many levels around the room.
At the moment, we have this level here, which is the top of this little unit. We've got the size and height of the fireplace shelf here, and then we've got the top of the paneling, which is also going to have a shelf. Imagine we build this part in there, so we fill that part, okay? Yeah. Right in there as such, so that becomes one fixed plane. And then we do a secondary shelf, almost like an arts and crafts style, on a post or an extra member, so your fireplace suddenly has this extra double shelf at the top. That would be amazing. Draw that, Cheryl, for us.
So, something like that?
Like an arts and crafts, it would be brilliant. Then you put a crown on top of it. That's a really good solution to this, boys. And guys, we're doing a drawing.
Yes.
Day 4, and work continues in the basement. And there's plenty of it.
It's going to be a busy day today down in the basement. We'd like to turn it over to the painters this afternoon.
So I just picked up the wallpaper for Lisa and Paul's Country in the Style family basement. It's a bit controversial, but you know what? It's vinyl, so it's completely wipeable. We're doing a vinyl floor as well.
But now the bedroom has fallen behind schedule, and the crew have got their work cut out.
There was all this wood paneling across the ceiling, and now what we're doing is making it a lot more smooth. We're putting up new drywall. We're actually building out this wall so it's one plane, totally smooth, so it'll be a good backdrop for where our bed is going. As for everything else, we're gonna have to paint the floor, but until this is done, we can't do that.
And overnight, the contentious paneling has been reworked, ready for painting.
Okay, question number 1.
Here's our new version of the wall.
Looks good.
Flattened back to the existing plane of the old wall.
Okay.
So we've stepped this out to support our shelf.
Looks good.
Okay. Is this shelf size good?
Yes.
Is all this good? All these dimensions are fine?
That looks great.
So this
I like
is a
it.
go?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And it has this ceiling going. I mean,
It is what it is.
Like there's some issues, there's drips and...
Well, the drips we're rolling out right behind us now, so that'll be fine. But the nail holes are the nail holes.
It looks better. It definitely looks better.
Having accused the homeowners of living like small nocturnal mammals, the boys need to give them a lesson in lighting.
Right, my lovelies, we're gonna deal with your crime because we think your house is so dark.
No, but I'm a ray of sunshine all by myself.
I'll be the judge of that.
Enter the lair of the mole people.
And a fabulous theatre, darlings, which is going to be the perfect place for a wonderful lesson in home lighting.
Well, exactly. I mean, a night in for you guys is like the Blair Witch Project, isn't it?
So we have got 5 types of lighting to illustrate how you can make your home feel fantastic. We're going to be talking through them all. In the meantime, we have the rather fabulous Steve, who's perched up there in the technician's box.
Steve!
Okay, so lighting type number 1, general lighting. This is basically replacing natural lighting. It doesn't particularly set atmosphere, but it illuminates everything, so you've got a really good starting point.
Okay, next up is task lighting. So look. Task lighting is very direct lighting that allows you to do something, a task. You know, it could be reading a book, it could be cooking in the kitchen. Task lighting allows you to do these things without eye strain.
Our 3rd type of lighting, accent lighting, okay? Now, accent lighting is designed specifically to make more of anything, such as a sculpture, a piece of art, anything that you really want to pinpoint.
Fabulous. Now, next up is decorative lighting. You know, decorative lighting lights up a room, but you actually select pieces that enhance your decor as well. You know, they contribute to the overall style.
For our final type of lighting, now this is my very, very favourite. This one is called mood lighting. It can come from candles, give you the twinkle of natural flames in your fireside. If you want to get jiggy and you want to get the right mood with your lovely lady, you got to set a few candles. Okay. What we propose now is that we immediately, darlings, divide and conquer. We'll have you down there in our lovely room set. We'll have you, sir, up there with our gorgeous Steve.
Okay, Paul, you ready? Okay, how about some tasks?
There we go.
Let's do decorative.
We have decorative.
Okay, how about light up your mum for me?
You mean the Buddha?
Yay.
My lovely mother would be so upset.
Okay, now we have to do one more. You ready?
Can we have everybody leave the room? Because I'm kind of in the mood now.
Okay, what do you think?
Think of beauty.
I learned a lot today. I had no idea there's 5 different kinds of lighting.
And that they each do a different thing, so you need more than one kind. You don't just get to pick one. You have to have more than one in a room.
Okay, well, we can work on that.
Let's be perfectly honest, anything's better than the way it was. That lovely couple were sitting in a home that might as well have been 1,000 miles in the center of the earth, you know? There was nothing bright and friendly about it at all. Now I think they've got a few key pointers, and even if they just install a dimmer switch and do nothing else, at least they've learned something.
Back at the house, the living room is back on track, and the panelling's been lightened up with some of that newfangled white paint. To complete the country look, the upper walls are painted cornflower blue. And upstairs, the bedroom floor's also being brightened up with a lick of paint, while Cheryl's out and about sourcing accessories for the Moroccan-themed bedroom.
So pretty.
With a few ideas up her sleeve, next on her list are the tiles for the living room's fireplace surround.
This is the porcelain that looks like slate.
Right.
It has some small pieces, small sizes, in a 2x4, in a 2x2 inch, and a 5/8 by 6 inches. That will give you more of a modern look.
So I do like the 2x4 look just because it's a little bit more traditional. We've got the brick pattern and we're doing more of a country look in this house. So if you have 30 square feet in stock, I'd love to take it today.
Excellent, no problem.
Day 5, and in the basement, the carpet's going down on the stairs, and the entertainment unit painted to fit in with Colin and Justin's monochrome colour scheme. The team might have resurrected their chances of pulling off the Reno in time, with the Moroccan bedroom coming together nicely, and downstairs, the tiles for the fireplace fitting like a dream.
Okay, this paneling better be right. It's finally changed. It looks very country in the city, and we've got the shelf finally adjusted again because Colin and Justin couldn't make up their minds. Should we have it this high, whatever? We're gonna paint it out white, and they're gonna be here any minute, so I'm actually gonna hide.
Hello, morning. Oh.
Hey, guys.
Oh, meanwhile.
Morning. Hey, Brian.
Hey.
Jacko.
Oh.
Justin.
Brian.
Brian.
Boys.
Brian.
Another minute and I'd had the lock on the door.
See? Brian, one question.
Yes.
Why is this paneling perfect?
Because we did it.
In that case...
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now, boys, let me just run a quick scenario by you. Had it been done first time round properly, would you be more ahead on the overall project than you are now?
Of course we would.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
This is amazing.
This looks stunning. This looks absolutely stunning. It looks expensive, first and foremost. It's lighter, it's perfectly pickled.
Gorgeous.
Look at that, you can see all of the detail, and it doesn't look like a cast-off anymore.
It's perfect. Obviously, this to us is really important because our lovely homeowners didn't really understand why we would want to do this to their furniture, and
These are great, aren't they?
this... Hold on a minute. Hold on, stand back.
Oh, what's that?
Is this one finished?
It was finished.
Was or is?
It was finished. I have a feeling it isn't finished.
Brian, these are almost like two finishes. This is... Can I just see that one again, Colin? This is smooth and perfect. It's been beautifully pickled, and I'd be very proud to hand that back to our owners. This, however, looks like it's been pickled by a man wearing a blindfold and boxing gloves.
One of the interesting things about this piece is this used to be a piece of glass, and it's a different wood than the rest of the piece is. So I can understand the problem that's developing with this one. This is just...
Sloppy.
That is just...
No, I'm not going to use those terms.
It almost looks like zebra. Look at that. I don't know how much the camera can see, but look at all this blonding here.
rough.
But
blonding
that's just
there.
that's a cross-grain cut of the
Yeah,
wood.
and a good case of pickling will actually allow for the cross grain, and we'll pickle a little more and a little less as required to allow for a uniform finish.
Absolutely.
A bold, snatch and grab run for the finishing line pickling will result in results like this.
Yeah, and pickling is perfect to actually sort out colour differential in wood because you add more of the white to the darker areas and therefore you get a uniform finish. End of story.
Let me say one more thing, Brian. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, but the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked was not a peck of pickled pepper for sure. And this pickled furniture is picking horrible.
You know what? I'm gonna go get pickled tonight, and then we'll really see what pickling's all
Oh,
about.
gold. Can we sort it out?
Yeah, we'll sort it out. He's
Baby.
actually, I have intentions to see him
Look,
anyways.
baby, do you know what? This looks like it was done by two different people. I think pickling is like a fingerprint, and there's someone else's fingers all over that, baby.
Somebody else's dirty pickling DNA.
DNA, darling.
Meanwhile, no disrespect, Jacko, you're doing a lovely job of the tiling, but I'm seeing a lot of very poor finish.
And talking of cracks and holes, my lovely Brian.
Oh, God.
This ceiling.
What are you talking about my makeup?
Oh, hello, darling.
Has somebody been at that ceiling with a machine gun?
Baby, this ceiling, we need to fill all of these holes and paint over and get rid of the cracks.
Well, nobody told me.
If somebody hasn't told you something, we're telling you something now.
Okay, fine.
It's amazing. The guys did a great job
Is it
with
the
built-in.
built-ins?
Yeah, look. What?
Who's living here? Fred and Wilma Flintstone. What is this?
God.
Yabba dabba doo?
What are you
Yabba dabba don't.
God, no.
What is going on with this paper, Cheryl? The paper that we specified
Is this one?
is a grey brickwork.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
you guys-
some crazy big
No,
boulder.
no.
Excuse me.
Can I take it down
Don't
then?
peel it, Justin, no, because we can
No.
wallpaper over it.
Okay.
Are you sure?
It'll be a good base coat.
There's
we need
no way that we're leaving
Oh my
this.
Okay,
No way.
because
So we're gonna
I
need to get new
thought-
paper.
I thought that you guys approved this.
No, not crazy shambolic boulders. Boulder.
Boulder. And what are we, the
Over the
Boulder
shoulder,
Brothers?
boulder holder.
Boulders.
Here we are in the boulder basement.
Yes.
I don't think so, lady.
Boulder number 1 and boulder number 2.
Hi, we are the Boulder Brothers.
It's bad. This is boulder
See, I
for all
thought
the
you were
wrong
going
reasons.
for something bold, but not boulder.
Baby, listen, with immediate effect, Cheryl.
Baby, you're laughing, you
You know what? You
replaced
don't
it.
realise this. She's so adorable, it's difficult to have a proper argument with her, but we are actually furious at the moment.
The day before the reveal, and that controversial basement wallpaper has been replaced, just before all the furniture starts to arrive.
It is dress day. It's the start of the day. We have to finish this house. Hopefully, we're going to replace the wallpaper that's there. Hopefully, the furniture's going to be here. That's a good sign. Let's get in. Oh. There we are.
Is that going to go up there?
No.
Hypotenuse reading.
That's 10 inches too short. Ain't ever going to go up there.
Can we go somewhere
on.
else and get this in?
Can we get it outside and get it up on the porch and then get it in through the double doors?
Well, I'm a bit too short for that.
Can we also, is there another bloke? Where's all your assistants, Ben?
Maybe this is lovely Ben. Hello. And Ben works with us, and he assures us that we actually can get that chair up here by using a pulley system.
This was supposed to be a no-brainer. It's supposed to go up the stairs. It's my fault, I guess. I should have measured. Come on, Gabe,
I
do
got
it!
it, baby.
You can do it, Justin! I believe in you! Oh my God!
Now what?
Now we gotta reach over. Stop!
I'm gonna pass it up to you. Hold on.
We told you to stop and you wouldn't.
If we get this in, it's going to be well worth damaging a little eavesdrop that we can replace. That's it. Oh, look, baby. Exactly, Ben. Have you got it, baby?
We're good.
It was almost like, it was like the ancient Egyptians, wasn't it? It was like building the pyramids. Meanwhile, inspired by Tangier's designs on computer and laser cut here in the city. These look fantastic. 2 MDF screens. Be really careful here. Look at these beautiful perforated screens. Bit of fretwork here, and these are going to totally transform our mirrored wardrobes. They've been wood-grained, so they actually match in upstairs, which is rather fantastic. We'll get these onto the glass on either side. We'll still have the sliding glass doors, only they won't be hideous relics from the 1990s. They'll be beautiful Moroccan pieces for the 21st century.
Do you remember earlier on in this project we sent Paul and Lisa and the kids off for a fabulous photo session? Well, here are the results. Now, these, to me, are absolutely gorgeous. We've matted in blue the same colour as the wall, framed in white the same colour as the panelling, and all those components together, you get one of the loveliest family portraits I've seen in a long time. Chaps!
Hey!
At long last, it's that moment where you guys get dispatched. Come back tomorrow and we'll completely have finished your home. For now, all we have to do is accessorizing the last layer.
You go off and we'll see you first thing tomorrow, okay?
Thanks, guys.
See you later. Bye-bye. Cushions to squeeze.
Candles to lights.
We've been making so much noise through this episode about pickling, and this is exactly why. They're blonde, bleached, and beautiful. And we've picked up our wall colour of blue with our upholstery here as well. Now, why have we done all of this? Think about the pieces before, okay? They looked tired, they looked way too dark, and they were absorbing all the natural light. Look at these pieces now, bleached and beautiful. And then we've picked up on our blue tone with the upholstery as well.
Now, obviously, upstairs in the bedroom, we're doing this wonderful, slightly Tangiers feel. So we're looking for lots of things that have got any kind of design that relates in any way to Morocco. If you think about this, I mean, that's really similar to the fretwork panels that we're doing on the front of the glazed doors. And these gorgeous hanging pendants are just so redolent of that whole Moroccan holiday feel. You can imagine yourself in a souk at the end of the day, or in a lovely bazaar, sipping down on a mint tea as the sun disappeared, as the candles flickered and your holiday romance took hold.
Remember, a key part of this look is to cozy up. You know, this is a nice, relaxed family look, so make more of your fireplace. It's really important that your country look is light and bright, and blonde timber floors are perfect for this.
To try and make the room seem a little bit higher, we've used this brilliant panelling with the lines going that way, obviously taking the eye right up, giving the illusion there's more space than there is. And to address a very, very narrow room, we've used a banded rug, which sends the eye line in both directions, tricking you into thinking there's much more square footage than there actually is.
Now, I absolutely love this. Here in our family-friendly, wonderful sharing basement, not just a coffee table. Oh no, darling, a 4-compartment interactive art extravaganza. I think it'd be a really nice idea to seasonally adjust this. You know, you could Christmas it up for the festive period, get the leaves in there for the autumn, or get some sand in there when the summer months come on.
Oh, Moroccan magic with a twist of tangerine Tangiers. Could anything be more redolent of that whole Moorish feel? Now, what are the key points that bring that scheme together for us? Well, I guess it's all about pattern, it's about embroidery, aromatic candles smelling of cinnamon. All of these things, gorgeous glossy stars, the fretwork panels, even the cutwork on these lanterns, all of those little details, if you piece them together perfectly, will give you the perfect bedroom.
Oh, baby, it's cold outside. Now, of course, the TV really was the focal point of this room before, which is wrong, darling, because a fireplace is so much nicer. But look again, this actually is our television, and it's playing a DVD of a flaming fire. Great for kids' rooms, totally safe.
Ah.
Oh, meanwhile...
You look great, guys.
You scrub up without your T-shirts on, don't you?
Nice to see you again.
How are you?
Come on, Mrs.
How's things? Wow. Fantastic. How are we feeling?
Nervous.
Nervous?
But
What
really
are you
excited. Yeah.
Okay.
It's hope for change. Is what we have.
It's a fear.
Oh, listen, let me tell you, hope is for the hopeless. We have fabulous opportunity waiting therein.
Absolutely. Let's explore the fear factor.
Come on, guys.
In you go. Go on.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Does it feel different and brighter?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
isn't our
so
house. There's no way.
nice.
This is
Look
beautiful.
At, we have a chandelier. It is. It's beautiful.
And the furniture. Now, come on, Lisa. We talked about
I know.
ignoring your potential.
It's really nice.
It's your same sofa.
It is not.
It is too.
Is it really?
We're still pretty much city centre, but it kind of feels like being in a cosy, warm home near the beach, which you are. It's atmospheric and friendly.
I can't wait to bring people here now. Before, it was really embarrassing having people. People would knock at the front door and we kind of say, oh,
We
no,
greet
you
them
can't come in.
outside.
You can't come in.
Exactly.
Guys,
Look.
Come in and close the door.
What do you think?
Come on, where's your brother?
Come on, Jack.
come on,
Come on,
young fella.
Jack.
Hey, Jack, come in and
Don't
close the
lurk
door,
at the
honey.
back.
Look.
I love it.
Can you believe this is our room,
This
guys?
is our room.
And just think, when you sit in that chair, you can say, a tiger ate that chair once.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, now listen, guys, do you want to look downstairs in the basement? Go on.
Go, go, go.
Oh my
Whoa!
Look at
Get out of here. Get out of here.
that. This is so great, guys.
Look at your old television pretending to be a flat screen television.
That is not, is it?
It is. Brilliant storage. You know, you can still access all the cupboards back there. You've got more cupboarding down there. We've hidden everything for you. The first thing that struck us when we met you is what a lovely family you were. And you needed a place where you could all kick back and relax. Paul and Lisa, up here is your dreamy, Tangier-inspired master bedroom.
Wow.
Oh, gosh.
That's awesome.
This is wild.
Oh, it's great.
Your bed previously just looked like a blob.
Well, it was, yeah.
Dad, we have a real bed, look.
You know, I mean, what about your wardrobes? Same old 90s relics.
That's
transformed with a bit of fretwork to give them a bit more of a Moroccan kick.
We decided that we ought to update Mum at the same time, so we've done away with this image, and we've replaced her with this image over here. And I mean that in a loving way. Do you know?
Oh, yeah.
That's
a
better.
nice one. Well, there's some good mood lighting in here, too. I think we're going to create some nice little mood, maybe. Who knows?
Might we be extending the brood?
These guys are really outdone themselves. Like, our house just feels like a home now.
Well, it looks like it's the lair of the mole people no more. And I think this family, well, they can expect a much brighter future.
Only one thing left to do. Time to roll out the rug.
Hey, the perfect welcome.